Hi, welcome to Gloss Up Diaries with Maya. If you are new here, welcome. If you are into trying to start a business or you already have a business going and you just need some advice, then this video is definitely for you. So first, just to tell you guys a little bit about me, I am the brand owner of Maya's Lip Bar. I also own a beauty vending machine where I sell all my cosmetic products like lip gloss, lipsticks, eyelashes, you name it. My website link is in the description, so please feel free to check it out. Maybe you see something that you would like for yourself or for someone else. And I do ask you guys to please hit that like, share, and subscribe button. It's totally free. That's all I ask of you guys. It would be greatly appreciated. So yeah, we're just gonna jump right into the live. So I just want to come on here tonight just to touch base on some things. Talk about the real life of starting a beauty brand. So if you see me looking down, it's because I have all of my notes on my phone, and do not want to miss any of the important information. So if you guys see me looking back for it, just I'm referring to my notes. So yeah, other than that, let's get right into it. Um, First, before I get into the live, I just want to show you guys some of the products that I do carry on my website. So I have lip glosses and lipsticks. So again, please go to the link in the description and check it out. This is also one of my favorite ones, but I did discontinue it. Yeah, if you guys please feel free to go check out the website link in the description. So, without further ado, let's jump right into this live. So, I just want to talk to you guys about uh, my reason for starting Maya's Lip Bar. So I didn't just wake up randomly and pick lip gloss as a business that I wanted to do. So for me, lip gloss always felt like that one product that instantly makes any woman, girl, feel put together. You could have no makeup on, just have your hair in a simple ponytail, but gloss, it changes everything. Um, so when I started my lip bar, I wanted something that is feminine, something that gives everyday confidence boosting. And with me, certain color lip glosses and certain color lipsticks made me feel a bit self-conscious, just because I wasn't sure that a lot of colors went with my complexion. So I also that was also one of my main missions of the lip bar was to create something that makes women of color feel confident in their skin and feel well put together, whatever color they choose to wear. So I just want women of color to bring out their inner beauty and not feel self-conscious or insecure about certain things or certain colors that they wear, whether it's a lip gloss, lipstick, you name it. And I also noticed that a lot of gloss brands were either super expensive luxury or overly kiddish. I did not see enough brands that felt soft. I did not see enough brands that felt grown or give you that everyday glam. Um, you know, we have these big lip gloss cosmetic companies out here that charge a ton of money, but there are also a lot of inexpensive products that give you the same benefits as these high ranking cosmetic companies. So I wanted to build something that felt personal, something that reflected my taste, something that reflected my vibe and how I see beauty. Um, When I first started, I was honestly very excited, but nervous at the same time because, once you create a product, it's no longer just an idea. Once you bring it to life, it actually becomes real, and people can also judge it, which is a very intimidating and scary part of starting any type of business because in your mind, you love your product, you love your idea, and your mission behind your business. But one thing I had to understand is that everybody is not going to like your products. Everybody is not going to um, want to buy your products. Not everybody is going to be happy with your product. So that's one of the things that I did have to learn with starting this business. But one thing I do tend to do is I do listen to all my customers. I listen to their concerns. I listen to what they are looking for in a product. And I use that to try to make Maya's lip bar better. So let's talk about the reality of actually starting a business. Okay, nobody talks about the first week when nobody buys your product. You put your all into it, whether it's your branding, your name, your packaging, you name it. Nobody talks about the feeling of when you're excited to launch, but nobody buys your product. And another thing I had to learn, your friends and family is not going to be your number one supporters. That's just what comes with the business. Nobody talks about launching and refreshing of a business. Um, so it's just pretty much you just trying your best to put your brand out there. Um, you know, you see a lot of people who, they're posting their businesses and they getting all these sales and online it looks exciting, but they never show you the real struggle behind starting a business. They never let you see the real doubt that makes you question even starting a business. So for me, I questioned if lip gloss was too saturated. I questioned if people would take me seriously. I questioned if it was too late. In the branding, I overthought everything. Um, my colors, I overthought my packaging. I overthought the shade names, the fonts, everything that goes into trying to create a beauty brand. I was scared to put myself out there more, but within this last year, I have been trying to be consistent with like posting and talking about my business on YouTube. Um, I've been trying to put myself out there more with promoting my website, because once you start posting and showing up for yourself, people they are watching you. Whether you think they're not watching, they're really watching. And sometimes you feel like they're judging you. But what I realize is fear is just part of becoming an entrepreneur. That's what comes with starting a business. Again, like I stated earlier, everybody is not going to like your products. Everybody's not going to buy your products. So it's all about how you market. So if you're building something and you don't feel nervous, you probably don't care enough. Um, and before I get into this next part of this live, I would like for you guys to please hit that like and subscribe button if you can. I would greatly appreciate that. Um, so another thing I want to talk about is product decisions. Let's talk about how I chose my lip gloss shades. I didn't just randomly mix colors. Like I told you guys before, I always been self-conscious about the colors that I wore, whether it was my hair color, lipstick, fingernail polish, just I don't know. I just always been that type of person. So I always wore colors that made me feel comfortable. So with Maya's Lip Bar, I wanted Maya's Lip Bar to be a brand for women of all colors, so they could bring out their inner beauty and just feel confident in their own skin and just feel free. So I I think about what photograph well. I thought about what looks good on multiple skin tones. I thought about what feels good to wear on a daily. Um, I always test my shades in natural light and indoor light because that does matter. Now, the LED lip glosses, that decision was strategic, okay? Because I wanted something functional but aesthetic. And you don't see too many lip gloss brands with the LED lip gloss. I don't have one right now for me to show you guys on the live, but again, if you could please just click on the link in the description and you will see the LED lip gloss that I have listed on my website. But yeah, I want something that makes the application feel easier, especially for the girls and women that's on the go like me. I'm always on the go. I'm always working, so um, I think the LED lip gloss is definitely a good option for those women that is on the go. And one thing I do notice too is a lot of customers, they are big on just plain clear gloss. Clear gloss still matters, okay? A lot of people underestimate clear gloss, but clear gloss is very universal. It layers, it's safe, it's a staple, okay? And it's something interesting. Sometimes what you expect to sell most doesn't. Um, you think you're bold, shit, and when I say what I'm about to say, I'm talking to all the beauty entrepreneurs that is in the same industry as me. You think your bold shade colors will be the star, and then your soft tints be the ones to outsell everything. So that's why you definitely want to study your customers. You want to pay attention to what your customers buy, how often they buy it, and their feedback. So definitely study your customers, okay? If you guys could please hit that like, share, and subscribe button, I would definitely appreciate it. So this next discussion that I want to get into is your pricing strategy. You know, when we first start a business, we don't think about the pricing strategies. We don't think about how should I put it? We don't think about the profit. In our head, we just super excited because we started this business, so we just super excited to get it out there. But pricing strategy is definitely important because you don't want to realize in the end that you lost out on a lot of money, which when starting any business, there is some risk for losing out on on money, but you definitely want to study your pricing strategy. So yeah, let's talk about pricing because this is where a lot of new business entrepreneurs struggle. When I first started researching, I saw a lot of other cosmetic small business owner underpriced heavily. But here's the one thing that we do not realize: underpricing definitely hurts you in the long term. Um, you know, because we don't always study our competitors. We just excited to push our business out there to the world and just hoping everybody will just start buying. But when it comes to your pricing, you have to account for your product costs. You have to account for your packaging. You have to account for your shipping supply. You have to account for your website. You have to account for your time. And you also have to account for your marketing. If you don't price your products properly, you're definitely going to burn out. And that's just facts. You're going to burn out. You're going to feel, how should I put this? You're going to feel like giving up. You're going to feel like just like, oh, well, just forget it. But it's because you're burnt out because you didn't properly push your business out there like you were supposed to. You were just excited to just put it out there. So now that you then price your products properly and now you just burned out, which we all do it. Even right now, I'm still trying to teach myself when it comes to pricing my products. I have gotten a little better than what I did in the beginning, but you learn something new every day. And you just keep trying till you get it. Don't get discouraged. Don't give up. Just keep trying. Just keep pushing forward again. You learn something new every day. A lot of new business owners, they price based on what they will personally pay instead of what sustains their business. And that's a big mistake. You have to think like the CEO that you are and not just the consumer, okay? Your brand has to survive. Your business has to survive. Your work and your effort has to survive. You don't want to put all this effort into your business and it fails, which a lot of business do fail. So yeah, that's one of the things that you may also want to talk. You also want to think about is making sure that you are pricing your product strategically. I'm sorry, strategically, so that you can, in the long run, also be making your profit. Um, so before I get into the next section of this live, again, if you guys could please hit that like, share, and subscribe button, I would definitely appreciate it. So this next section that I'm gonna talk about is also very important, which is the mindset shift. Okay, when you start a business, it does takes a lot out of you. I started Maya's Lip Bar back in 2019, and right now to this day, I still try to keep a certain mind shift because it's a lot with trying to start a business. I have the Maya's Lip Bar. I have a apparel brand. I also have a beauty vending machine. So your mindset is something that you definitely have to keep at a certain level to be successful in your businesses. So yes, so I think a lot of small business entrepreneurs, whether you already started a business or you thinking about starting a business, this next part that I'm going to talk about is definitely for you. And again, this is talking about the mindset shift. Um, so you are building a brand. You do need to understand consistency beats motivation. Okay, I'm going to say it again. Consistency beats motivation. You will not feel motivated every day. You won't feel ready every day. You won't feel confident every day. And you won't feel big enough every day. But you post anyways. You create anyways. And you improve anyways. And for those that are on social media, like the YouTube platforms, etc., um, views do not equal value. Okay, just because something doesn't goes viral, it doesn't mean that it's not impactful. So you're building something real. It takes time, and time is uncomfortable. So again, Just because you post your business and it does not go viral, it does not mean that it's not impactful. What's happening is you're building something real, and building something real does takes time. It's not just gonna happen overnight. And again, time is uncomfortable. Okay. So yeah. Um, what I do want to talk about last before I end this live. Um, so that's really what Maya's Lip Bar Gloss Up Diaries is about. It's not just showing my products, it's showing my process. And if you guys head over and look at my other videos, you can see a lot of my behind the scene videos with me making lip glosses, packaging orders, um, showing you each product before I package, showing you print off my orders. It's not just showing products, it's showing the process, and that what connects people to you. Again, we see online all of these successful business, and they making everything look so easy. They making everything look so fun, but people and small business owners, they are not showing you the real process. They're not showing you the real behind the scene. They're not showing you the real struggles. They're not showing you the real doubt. They're not showing the times where you feel like giving up. And I think that's when people connect with you the most, is when they see your actual struggle and they see your success. Instead of just showing you just right off the bat the success, and then you jump into it, and now you run into all these emotions that you was not made aware of. So that was one of the reasons why I want to do this live, is just to talk to you guys about the real behind the scene, the real process of building a business. So if you are thinking about building a business, or if you already started your business and you feel some of the emotions that I mentioned during this live, this video is definitely for you, just to give you motivation, to tell you to keep going, don't give up. Um, so yeah, if you want to see the glosses that I've been talking about, everything is on my website, mayaslipbar.com, and the website link is in the description. And I thank you guys for supporting my small beauty brands. And if you're building something too, honestly, seriously, keep going, okay? And don't give up. It's not gonna be easy. Um, so what I would like to know, if you guys could let me know in the chat, you know, are any of you building something right now? Would you ever start a beauty brand? And if you had to sell one product, what would it be? And what do you think will scare you the most about starting? And again, I thank you guys for pulling up on me and joining me on this live. And again, please hit that like, share, and subscribe button. And until next time, have a good night, and I will see you guys in the next live. And again, the link is in the description. And anyone that place an order, you will get a free gift from my Lip Bar as my appreciation for you showing up with me on this live and supporting me and watching my channel. But yeah, until next time, I will see you guys in the next video, and have a good night.